Welcome to the Intro to Payment Management. So what is payment management and how can it help improve your Business Central experience? There are three areas: the outgoing payments in the payment journal, the bank account reconciliation, and the payment service provider import. Let's take a look at the flow in each of these areas. In the outgoing payment flow, the starting point is the incoming document, for example, an invoice or a credit memo. When these have been posted, we move on to the payment journal where we create a suggestion. The payment lines are validated to live up to the requirements from the bank. The validation is very central in payment management because it prevents you from running into errors later in the process, where it might lead you to extra work and you want to avoid that. You can prevent fraud by using bank account verification and then send it through the approval process to make sure the right personnel confirms that everything looks correct. Then the payment is exported to the bank, sent through the Continua bank integration component in Continua Online, which provides you with a safe channel for communication while formatting and structuring the data for the bank. The bank makes the payment transfer and then sends the status back to the payment journal in Business Central, so you always have a complete overview of how far the payment is in the process. When the payment is done, you can send a tailored email notification to the recipient that their invoice has now been paid. In the bank account reconciliation flow, get the statement file from the bank imported directly into Business Central. The same as before, it goes through the secure channel in Continua Online, and from the bank account reconciliation you can import and reconcile and post. The payment service provider sends the sum of the customer payments and all the different transactions to the bank, and then you can download the settlement file and import it directly into the cash receipt journal. The payments are applied, the transaction type set up with deal accounts, and then you can just go ahead and post. Let's talk about the goals for payment management. It's to ease all tasks surrounding payments and reconciliation so you can focus on more specialized challenges. It's to secure a safe and stable flow for payments so you feel safe during the efficient optimization. It's to ensure synergy between Business Central and the bank so you are always on top of the process of all ingoing and outgoing activities in the bank. And in the end, it's simply to save time for more exciting tasks for coworkers, but also to keep progression in the company and thereby keeping everyone happy. So how do you reach those goals using payment management? You send payments directly to the bank using direct communication. You have a log for all communication between Business Central and the bank, so you can always go back and check what was communicated. It heightens the security level because you don't have to store anything locally and the information travels through a secure channel. You can adjust the payment journal to work the way you want every time. You can make all payments from the same payment journal with regards to different currencies from different accounts, but also to vendors, employees, as well as customers. You have a complete overview of every payment and also the status they have in the bank. You can ensure that every payments are approved by the right personnel before it goes to the bank. Every piece of data is validated to match the requirements from the bank, and all of this is done completely automatically, so you don't have to think about it. There's a complete synergy between the bank and Business Central, both with regards to the outgoing payments, but also when it comes to reconciling later in the process. This is due to a unique ID that makes reconciling payments from the payment journal a breeze. And lastly, you can tailor notifications to the payment recipients. So what about statement intelligence? Statement intelligence is a layer of intelligence that is added to Business Central to optimize the bank account reconciliation. As before, you have the direct communication with the bank, so you're able to automatically download statements and you can even automatically import it into the bank account reconciliation and even start reconciling. You can import multiple statement files in the same bank account reconciliation and also set up an aggregation period of a week or a month. You can set up reconciliation rules to help you reconcile lines automatically based on patterns you've discovered. There are reconciliation suggestions if there's a match but something is not completely right. There's automatic creation of journal lines where you can even set up tolerances for when they are created, but also you can post them and with that one click, have the bank account ledger entry to match the statement line. You can also summarize transactions from, for example, credit card terminals or webshop to match the one amount in your bank account ledger entries. So all of this is what payment management can offer to ease all your work surrounding outgoing payments and bank account reconciliation.